Hey everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today, we'll take a look at Bitcoin's recent price move, discuss why its valuation has dropped, and we'll cover where we will most likely be heading in the future. So, Bitcoin has had quite an incredible run this year. It outperformed every major altcoin by miles, and it managed to go back to last year's summer range of around 30,000. However, in the past 3 days, we've seen Bitcoin retrace quite brutally in an unexpected fashion. The price dropped from $31,000 all the way to roughly 28.3k. Now, there are definitely a few reasons why the price dropped. It did not happen out of nowhere. The first major catalyst was a sell order of 16,000 Bitcoin on Binance worth over $467 million. Such an unusual size being dumped at the same time will surely push prices down. The second reason is the hot CPI in the UK. Although the year-on-year consumer price index was less than the previous month, it was much higher than the forecast, and so, as always, the public reacted to this bearish news by selling. We'll also be discussing many other things as we move forward, and I'll tell you exactly why I sold 3 days ago in just a bit. So, Bitcoin's price is currently down 8% from its local top, and the question that's arising at this time is this the end of the rally? Looking back at this uptrend and zooming out, we notice that we've only been going higher this year, and at some point, a correction should come to play, liquidating high leverage longs and shaking late buyers. We simply cannot expect the price to trend higher forever. A rational trader or investor would view the market this way. Now, as we are recording this video, BTC is back down to the support which was our resistance for about a month here. This support is quite a tough level. Not only did we require a lot of work and a significant amount of time to trend above it, but even back when it was treated as support last year, it was holding Bitcoin quite well. And so it's fair to say that this is a high level of interest. Looking back at the second quarter of last year when Bitcoin collapsed, we managed to hold this level for quite some time before dropping below it. And you can clearly see how as soon as we dropped below it, below this area, things got even more brutal. And so I believe that if we give up this level, it's going to turn very ugly for us. I do expect us to revisit the next support at 25,000 US dollars if we cannot build a basis around the current area and bounce of it. The loss of this level is a clear sign of weakness in the trend. Now, if we take a look at the Phoenix Ascending indicator on the daily time frame, and I want you to focus on this model very well. I know many would say that TA is irrelevant and that indicators are useless, but I've tested these models. Every single indicator I discuss was tested either on this YouTube channel or on my Patreon account, and we've seen how good this indicator is through the data we collected from previous market cycles. It even outperformed buying at the bottom and selling the peak. So, looking back at it, we see that the blue LSMA and red RSI are approaching the mid-yellow line, which isn't a good sign. Whenever we spot the blue and red lines falling down below the mid-yellow line, it means that the trend has shifted and we have a downward pressure beginning. I can show you a few examples. Back in here, for example, which was not so long ago, the blue LSMA and red RSI dropped below 50, signaling a shift in the trend, a change in the trajectory, and a start of a bearish momentum. And following that pattern, the price dropped quite hard in the following days. Going back in time to this move, for example, and it's the same scenario. Blue LSMA and red RSI gave us a major bearish signal and the price ended up dropping. You can simply use this indicator and look at it on your own, and I guarantee you that every time both lines drop below the level of 50 on this time frame, the price ends up either correcting or at the very best moving sideways. And so if both lines head down in the following 2 to 3 days, which could obviously happen, that would be another sign that this uptrend isn't going to last any longer. Now, one more important chart no one is focusing on is Bitcoin's dominance. This is one of the reasons why I sold, by the way. In my opinion, we should discuss this because there is an interesting pattern unfolding. So back in October of 2021, when Bitcoin's dominance peaked and started going down, Bitcoin collapsed. Both events happened simultaneously. And by the way, this took place when everyone thought that an alt season was coming in. I still remember it very well. Bitcoin's dominance peaked again in here, the sentiment shifted completely, everyone was screaming that this is it, alt season is around the corner, baby, but that didn't happen. Moving on to mid-2022, and we see the same pattern. BTC's dominance peaks and it starts going lower, and in that same period, Bitcoin's price starts correcting. Right now, it seems to me like Bitcoin's dominance has finally found its top, as we couldn't break above this resistance, giving us similar vibes to the last two occurrences. And so it wouldn't surprise me if the same scenario plays out for the third time in a row and both charts end up heading lower. I personally do not think that an alt season is around the corner. My reasoning is that we're not in a bull market yet. And second of all, there is absolutely no money flowing around. I mean, yes, the crypto market cap has increased, but what mainly has been happening in recent times is money rotating from altcoins to Bitcoin, which explains the Bitcoin's dominance and why altcoins have been lagging. Whether this is the top or not for Bitcoin, claiming that an alt season is around the corner is a bit misleading in my opinion. Sure, some altcoins have done very well like INJ, but in the meantime, most other projects sucked hard. So I think you should keep an eye on this level. Bouncing off it would be a relief, but breaking below it would most likely end up with more weakening in the trend and a move to the next high volume node at 25,000 US dollars. So this is my opinion on the market. Thanks for sticking by till the end. If you like the video, leave a thumbs up, of course. Comment down below your thoughts. Do you think we'll go higher or lower from here? Share the video. Have a nice day, and I'll see you in another one. Bye bye.